Do you have any special people in your life? You know, that really special kind of person who you see every day and it ruins that day every time because they're an asshole. Well, it may be in fact true that they're just an asshole and they like to ruin your day, but I like to live by a simple maxim. Don't be an asshole. Not like that. And one way that you can be like that is by judging the people around you and refusing to understand them due to your own narrow worldview. Not that I'm particularly good at it or anything, but I like to think that I've cultivated an open mind, and something that's helped me to understand myself and others is a neat little system of psychological typing called the MBTI system, or the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. Based on the work of Carl Jung, a pretty good psychologist, this system is a way to identify how individuals interact with each other and their environments. Basically, what dictates our personalities. Each type indicator is a sort of code, a combination of 4 letters out of a possible 8 that stand for certain basic qualities that each person may possess, to any extent. The first letter of an individual's code will either be an I or an E. I stands for introverted, and people with an introverted personality tend to be less social, and they have small circles of friends and value their time alone. E stands for extroverted, which is the opposite. Extroverted individuals tend to be more at ease in social settings and are generally more comfortable speaking in front of large groups of people. The second letter of the code will be either an N or an S. These letters stand for how one generally processes information. N-types, or intuitive thinkers, take information and often try to interpret it to find meaning, while S-types, or sensing thinkers, like to focus on the facts at hand. The third letter of the code will be an F or T. This letter stands for what kind of reasoning a person is most inclined to use in any given situation. F stands for feeling, while T stands for thinking. Feeling types more often take into account the emotions and needs of others in making decisions, while thinking types generally use more mathematical logic to make decisions, forming opinions on what makes the most sense to them rather than what they think would make everyone as happy as possible. The last letter will be either a J or a P, which stand for judging and perceiving, respectively. Judging people generally have strong opinions and don't have trouble being decisive, but can tend to be very stubborn, while perceiving people generally have more trouble making final decisions, but they tend to be more accepting of new information that contradicts their previous opinion on any subject. With 2 options for 4 different letters, simple mathematics dictates that there are 16 different possible combinations of these qualities, or 16 different personality types that we can each possess. I, for example, am an INTP, or an introverted, intuitive, thinking, perceptive person. Here's a description of INTPs in general from 16personalities.com. Pretty snazzy site. Philosophers, architects, dreamy professors. These epithets are often used to describe the INTP personality type. INTPs love theories and believe that everything can be analyzed and improved. They are not concerned about the real world and practical things. From the INTP's perspective, it is often less exciting than ideas and intellectual pursuits. People with this personality type have no difficulties noticing patterns where others cannot. People with this personality type may find it difficult to explain their thoughts to others, though, even when it becomes obvious that their theories are not easily graspable. Also, INTPs cannot stand routine work. They would much rather tackle a difficult theoretical problem. INTP personalities really have no limits when it comes to theoretical riddles. If there is no easy solution and the topic is interesting enough, an INTP can waste ages trying to come up with a solution. As far as social interactions go, INTP personalities are usually very shy and reluctant when it comes to meeting other people. However, INTPs can also be very friendly and confident when they interact with people they know well or talk about things that are interesting to them. Sharing many personality traits with other T-types, INTPs do not really understand or value decisions based on feelings or subjective emotions. In their opinion, the only good solution is the logical solution. Individuals with the INTP personality are very likely to be open-minded and even eccentric. These traits, combined with their capacity for inventiveness and original thought, make up a very powerful mix. It is not surprising that INTPs are responsible for many scientific discoveries. An INTP is unlikely to care much about social expectations and the usual goals such as job security. However, they will do their best to find an environment where their creative genius and potential can be expressed. While you might see that description as kind of corny and maybe a bit too focused on the good qualities, it's descriptions like these that have helped me to understand myself better and other people when I've looked up other personality types. In general, it's helped me to try to imagine things from other people's points of view more easily, and help me to achieve my goal of not being an asshole. It may be worth saying that I may be guilty of using this goal subjectively, but if I'm being an asshole to you, at least you know that it's purposeful. That's not really a good thing, is it? So if you don't have any idea what your own personality type could be, I suggest you go to a website such as 16personalities.com or Myers-Briggs.org and find out what it is. Also, you can research your friends. Try not to be an asshole. Yeah!